Hello my crochet friends, this is Sarah from Ned and Mimi, and in this video we are going to crochet this easy peasy dishcloth using just one stitch, the half double crochet. So this pattern is absolutely perfect for beginners, and if you're looking to practice your half double crochets, then this one is definitely for you. This stitch pattern is also completely reversible, so it's great for scarves, blankets, towels or washcloths like this one, or any project really where you want the back to look the same as the front. Now I do have a free crochet pattern to accompany this video, and that's available on my website nedandmimi.com, and I have linked to it below. And in the written pattern you will also find instructions on how to use this stitch pattern to make a custom size. Now before I get started, I do want to tell you that this dishcloth is part of a set of 3 coordinating patterns that you can also find in the links below, and each pattern is completely different, but they are made in complementary colours, so together they make a really lovely set. In terms of materials for making a dishcloth, you can find all of the yarn and hook information below, but in a nutshell you are going to need a worsted weight cotton yarn and a 5mm or a letter H crochet hook. However, in this video to demonstrate the stitch pattern, I am going to use a thicker bulky weight yarn and a 7mm crochet hook. So without further ado, let us get started. So we will begin as always with a slip knot. And for this stitch pattern, you can begin with a chain of any odd number. So I'm going to chain 13. Okay, so my first row is very easy. It's just going to be a row of half double crochets. Now we are going to skip the first chain from the hook, so we're not working into that chain, and we're going to begin working into the second chain. Now when I'm working into my starting chain, I actually like to flip it over and work into these back bumps here, and I just feel like it gives a really neat edge. So that's what I like to do. So I'm going to yarn over, insert my hook into that second back bump, yarn over and pull up a loop. Now I have 3 loops on my hook, yarn over and pull through all 3 loops, and that is the half double crochet done. So let's work the next one. And that's all I need to do for this row. So I'm just going to continue half double crocheting all the way along, and at the end of this row I am going to have 12 half double crochets. Okay, so that is row 1 done, and if you just had a look at the bottom edge there, I just think it looks really neat, so I'm really happy with that. So let's go straight on to row 2 now. So I'm going to chain 1 and turn, and that chain does not count as a stitch. Now sometimes when you're working half double crochets, you might see a chain 2 as the turning chain, and that chain 2 does count as a stitch, but I find that that leaves a bit of a gap on my edges, so I just prefer to chain 1 loosely and then just begin working straight into that first stitch. So my first stitch is going to be a simple half double crochet through both loops. And now for my next stitch, I am going to work into the back loop only of the next stitch. So not working through both loops, just this one here. So we'll yarn over, insert the hook into that back loop, yarn over and pull up a loop, and then yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. So it's a regular half double crochet, just work into the back loop. The next stitch, we're going to go through the front loop only. So again, yarn over, insert my hook into that front loop, yarn over and pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. And that's it. I'm just going to repeat that pattern of back loop, front loop, all the way along until I have 1 stitch left. Alright, so just 1 stitch left to go, and for this one I'm going to work my half double crochet through both loops. And there you have it. That is everything you need to know to work this stitch pattern. So now all we need to do is repeat row 2 for as long as we want to, and the end result will be this simple textured dishcloth. And you can also see here that I have added a simple single crochet border all around the edge for a nice neat finishing touch. I really hope you have enjoyed learning this stitch pattern, and if you do have a second to subscribe, that would be absolutely amazing. I have lots more tutorials and patterns on my channel and website knitandmimi.com, so do check those out. Happy crocheting and take care.